Buffalo Bills fans, get ready. A series of explosive moves behind the scenes are shaking up the franchise's present and future. Complex negotiations, unexpected reinforcements, and decisions that could change Buffalo's fate in the Super Bowl race. And what seemed like just another normal offseason is now turning into a high-stakes game with millions of dollars, elite players, and even the possible departure of veterans from the home team. In the midst of an offseason where every detail matters, the Buffalo Bills are at the center of a proposal that could completely shake up the NFL. There is speculation of a possible negotiation with the Cincinnati Bengals for the acquisition of star Trey Hendrickson, one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league in recent years, and the amount involved no less than $62 million, a figure that, just considering it, already shakes up the Bills' financial environment. On paper, Buffalo's group of edge rushers looks solid. Greg Rouzo and A.J. Epinesa remain, while Joey Bosa has arrived to further strengthen the team. But the problem lies with Bosa. The former Chargers pass rusher has missed 23 games over the past 3 seasons and is already dealing with yet another injury, a calf sprain that will keep him out of practice until the start of training camp. Coach Sean McDermott confirmed it was late last week. He'll probably be out all spring and not back until training camp. That's where Hendrickson comes in. After leading the NFL in sacks the past 2 years combined, including an impressive 17.5 sacks in 2024 alone, the 29-year-old has made no secret of his dissatisfaction in Cincinnati. He turned down a $28 million offer from the Bengals and has publicly stated that he will not play under his current contract. Meanwhile, Bleacher Report says the Bills would be a perfect fit for the defensive back, who could instantly elevate the pass rush and further boost Buffalo's chances of making the Super Bowl. But there's one major obstacle: cost. Projections indicate Hendrickson wants somewhere in the $3,540 million per year range, while Spotra estimates a 2-year deal for $62.9 million, roughly $31.5 million annually. The Bills currently have just $1.6 million in cap space, making it nearly impossible to absorb a contract of that size without aggressive cuts or restructuring. Bills general manager Brandon Beane would have to do some serious financial juggling to make such a deal a reality. The pressure is on him. But while the defensive line is experiencing this multi-million-dollar tension, another move behind the scenes is emerging that directly affects our secondary. And with a big name recently released by a rival, the potential trade for Trey Hendrickson is dominating the conversation in Buffalo. But in the meantime, the Bills' coaching staff is also keeping a close eye.
Bolster the Bills' secondary, especially in a conference that is increasingly demanding in the passing game, even with the recent additions of Tre'Davious White and rookie Maxwell Harrison. Buffalo's pass defense remains a question mark in 2024. The team finished in the 11th worst in the league in both passing yards and passing touchdowns allowed, a concern for a franchise with Super Bowl aspirations. Cameron Sheath of Pro Football Network put it bluntly: for a team with such lofty ambitions, the arrival of a healthy Alexander could transform this secondary into an elite unit. At 28, Alexander still carries elite status when he's in top form. The problem, however, has been the injuries that have plagued him over the past 2 seasons. He played in just 14 of a possible 34 regular season games, which naturally raises questions about his fitness. Still, his talent is undeniable. Few quarterbacks in the NFL can match his man-to-man marking and game-reading abilities. The current landscape at the position in Buffalo has already undergone changes. Christian Benford has resigned, Kair Allen was traded to the Dallas Cowboys,
And coach Sean McDermott has been clear that he wants more security and depth to ensure a solid system for the postseason. If Alexander proves healthy in private workouts and medical evaluations, the Bills could see him as a piece capable of raising the competitive level of the roster even further. However, there is also the financial factor, with the salary cap already under significant pressure after other aggressive moves in the offseason. Bean would have to structure a smart, short-term contract that prioritizes a balance between risk and return. A well-designed contract could allow Buffalo to bring in Alexander to add immediate quality without compromising the franchise's financial future. But the Bills' moves don't stop there. While the spotlight is on big names, a more discreet signing at minicamp could end up deciding the fate of a veteran fan favorite and spark a new internal battle at linebacker. Without making any major signings at linebacker during the free agency period, the Buffalo Bills decided to surprise during the mandatory minicamp by announcing the arrival of Shaq Thompson, a former Carolina Panthers player. The signing of a one-year contract brought back old memories for coach Sean McDermott, who knows the veteran well from their time working together in Carolina. McDermott did not hide his passion. We are talking about a versatile player who brings toughness, aggressiveness, and a winning mentality to the defense. With Thompson's arrival, the Bills' linebacker rotation took on a new configuration, and the competition within the roster heated up once again today. The top three at the position already seems well-defined, with Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, and Dorian Williams taking over the front line. But Thompson's arrival puts direct pressure on the other names in the group, Ballon Spector, Joe Andre, and Edefuan Olafosio among them. Ballon Spector is the one considering who deserves to remain on the roster for 2025. McDermott himself was blunt. The next few weeks will be decisive. However, Thompson's case also raises doubts, despite his evident veteran technical quality. The linebacker has also suffered significant physical problems in recent years. His performance will depend directly on his recovery and how his body reacts to the workload of training and games throughout the season. Even though he is on paper the most talented name among the reserve linebackers, it is still not certain how much he will be able to contribute in a beneficial way. This silent battle between a veteran looking for a fresh start and a youngster trying to save his spot promises to be one of the most tense stories of the preseason in Buffalo. With delicate decisions on the horizon, the board will need to evaluate not only the talent, but also the durability of each piece. On this competitive board, and now Bills Mafia, if you were in Brandon Beane's shoes, which of these decisions would be a priority? Risk everything for Trey Hendrickson after J.R. Alexander's recovery, or let Shaq Thompson seal Ballon Spector's future once and for all? Leave your opinion, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because in the coming weeks, we promise to define the rumor mill of our season.